I hate to say that I told you so, but I told you so. And today we're going to be talking about Tampa Tim and his inability to load his gun, but why I really believe this video is enough proof for gun owners to know you don't want him nor Harris anywhere close to the White House and any kind of federal gun legislation. So today we're going to take it on a deeper level than what you see in this initial video. And of course, I want to hear your opinion afterwards. Whether you agree or disagree, it doesn't matter. Let me know what you think. Let's go ahead and jump right in. I almost wouldn't be surprised if in the next, I don't know, 25 days or so, we see some type of video of Kamala at the gun range, right? I really doubt they'll show her shooting and be able to actually see the target, though. You might get a side shot, right, where she's shooting the pistol, but I really doubt you'll be able to see the target. I'm just saying. I wouldn't be surprised to see that video, though. Now, just a couple of days ago, I did a video talking about Harris and her history with handguns, right? Not rifles, not shotguns, but handguns. I really encourage you to watch that video after this one. But Tim Walz does something similar. So Harris is going on this thing about I'm a gun owner and me and Tim Walz are gun owners and taking people's guns away. Of course we're not going to do that.
Tim Walz and I are both gun owners. We're not taking anybody's guns away. So stop with the continuous lying about this stuff.
Well, this video started being shared around of Tim Walz with a gun.
That's my theory.
And it never fits quite right.
Never fits quite right. Just not quite right. How do you give it back?
Governor, what kind of gun is it?
This was a Beretta A400. I bought it when I was shooting a lot of trap because it has a kind of their patented thing, a kickoff. So when you get old, it doesn't hurt your shoulder as much.
As you can see, he's having a little bit of trouble. There's a couple of things going on here that I see initially. First of all, the gun is actually a nice one. It's like a $2,000 shotgun, the Beretta A400. The other thing with it that makes it kind of funny is the A400 specifically has enlarged controls, right? It's actually easier to load and unload. It has, a bigger charging handle on it, right? It has a bigger release for the bolt. Everything is enlarged on this gun. It's actually one of the easiest shotguns out there to load. And if you mess with a shotgun, sometimes they can get finicky, but this is amongst one of the easiest ones. The other thing I see him doing is kind of reaching around and trying to grab the shells as he's actually unloading it. That's what it looks like that he's doing, is unloading it, because he takes the shells and puts it in his pocket at the end, right? Well, if we had that shotgun pointed down, Tampa Tim, this would actually make it a little easier. Now you can see the ejection port. You can, load it easily. You can, of course, manipulate that bolt. Even with it pointing down, you can see everything right in front of you. Easily unload, load, whatever. Somebody of your stature and, somebody that was in the military and handled other weapons, I would assume would know that, but maybe got a little nervous. We all know that he messes up from time to time. Remember this little gem right here?
I've become friends with school shooters. I've seen it. Look, the NRA.
I've become friends with school shooters. I've seen it. Look, the NRA.
So maybe we'll cut him a break there. Well, the other funny part about this, and this is kind of where the humor stops for me anyways, is the fact that his clothes look brand new. Now, I imagine it went something like this, whoever's holding the camera person, they're like, hey, let's shoot it from this side. This is a great angle, Tim. They're going to be able to see that you're, let's look out beyond the field and, you're unloading the gun, blah, blah, blah. Oh, hey, Tim, it looks like you still have tags on those clothes. Oh, shoot, guys. Hey, shoot from this other side over here. I imagine it probably went down something like that because these things look absolutely brand new. Like he went to Sportsman's Warehouse, he picked up a few things, and it just went out to the field with his relatively new Beretta A400. It's silly, and it is a photo op. It's exactly what people were saying that Trump was doing in Asheville, in North Carolina, and Georgia, when he was on the ground before anybody else, or before any more political people were on the ground, when he was trying to help people, when he was raising money so these people could get help, when they, all the media was calling that an actual photo op, but he was trying to help people. But here's what makes this particularly interesting, and I hope gun owners see right through this, because this is what we call a Fudd. He has told you and he's showing you that, hey, I'm a gun owner, right? Remember, Harris, me and Tim Walz are gun owners, right? I have a Glock, of course I've shot it, ha ha ha, all that. Well, the thing is, Tim Walz is showing you, hey, all you need is a shotgun. I'm a gun owner too. I don't want to take anybody's guns away. But, you know, weapons of war and semi-automatic rifles and all of that, that's something that nobody needs. He's shown you as governor what he's going to do with so-called assault rifles, right? If you buy one in Minnesota, if you don't have a carry permit or a transferee permit, and you go to try to buy a rifle from an FFL, that FFL must notify the chief of police that you bought one. The waiting period went from 7 days to 30 days as of August 1st of 2023, right? He believes in universal background checks, red flag laws. Him and Harris have already said that they're going to pass all of these things or try to pass them, and of course an assault weapons ban. Harris, I've talked about her extensively and what she's done. I really encourage you to watch that video from a couple days ago because it will open your eyes to how she sees even handguns, right? And she was actually a part of something huge out in San Francisco that goes against everything you would think a politician would do, right? I mean, it's very extreme. It's so extreme, Dianne Feinstein would not sign off on this bill. Just watch the video, trust me. It's got a lot of great info in there. But these guys are openly telling you what they're going to do, right? And so by showing you that, hey, look, I'm a gun owner, but, or hey, I'm a gun owner, and if you hear anything after that, right, or I support the Second Amendment, but, or I support the Second Amendment, and, right, that's something that Harris likes to do, and, you know, I'm, you know, support red flag laws, universal background checks, you know, assault weapons ban, all that kind of stuff. Anytime you hear that and or but, you know pretty much everything they said before that is null and void. These people are really fraudulent, but they are trying to pander to gun owners super hard this time around. And unfortunately, there's going to be people that see this or hear what Harris is saying and like, oh God, yeah, I'm just so tired of Trump. You know, I think I might go this way because they're going to protect my rights and I don't have to see any kind of tweets from Trump or something like that. Or I don't like cheaper gas and cheaper groceries and lower interest rates. I guess some people just don't like that, or maybe they have enough money where that doesn't bother them the last 4 years. But I can tell you it's bothered me. It's bothered a lot of y'all. It's bothered our families as far as putting the strain on us, right? And so along with all of that, the protection, right? The foundation of our country, these things that we're clinging on to by a thread can literally be cut by Harris and Walz. And their pandering is just so freaking disgusting. It's the same thing with Walz and, yeah, I carried a weapon of war, right? In the battle zone or whatever the hell he said, knowing that wasn't true at all. Totally fraudulent. And these people are here way too close to the White House, and we have a chance to turn course here. But unfortunately, if we don't, right, a lot of this stuff, it's all on the ballot. I mean, this is, you know, when you see these names on the ballot in November, just see everything attached to them and know that two of these people are 100% fraudulent and fudds and will 100% turn their back as soon as they get voted in, if they get voted in. So we got a big decision coming up in just a couple of weeks. And this is just one more example of it. This is actually a photo op, right? And so, yeah, I wanted to kind of give you my take on this. And whether you agree or disagree, let me know what you think down below. If you like what I do, consider subscribing. See you in the next one. And as always, hold them down.